Hey, how's everyone doing? This is Oz with Oz Mechanics, and on today's video I got my truck right here, and guess what? We're gonna put another bed cover on here. And you're probably asking, hey Oz, you just made a video where you just put this $200 bed cover on here. I talked to the company and they actually sent me another one, so we're gonna try that one out and we're gonna talk about the pros and cons on each one. All right, before we start putting our brand new cover, we're going to talk about this cover right here. So I've been having this cover for about a month. So we're going to talk about the pros and cons. So a big pro that we have on here is the price on this one. It's just shy over 200 bucks. You really can't beat that. Another pro that we have right here is the installation. It takes about 10 minutes to install this, and it comes with all the tools and the instructions. And then the last pro that I really like about this is the sleekness. Just look at this. For 200 bucks and 10 minutes of your time, it's going to transform your vehicle. And then we look at the cons, we're looking at this. If you're going to be putting expensive material in here or any tools, it's just going to be easy to actually move this right here. So people can get in here, steal your stuff. And another thing is, it's easy to rip right here. So if they have a knife, they can just rip right here and take all your belongings. And the other thing that I don't like about this is that this is a trifold, so when we move it to a resting position, it does take about 23 inches of your actual bed right here. So those are the cons, but to be quite honest, the pros outweigh a lot more than the cons. So how about we get to our brand new cover and we put that one up. Cover outside the box, and what we need to do right now, we're going to remove this little piece right here, and it's just using a Phillips screwdriver. And once we get this screw off, we're going to make sure that we have this piece right here. So we're just going to keep this piece because, as you can see right here, we're going to use this as a guide whenever we put this cover in place. But we're going to put this aside for now. And now what we're going to do, we're going to pull this off right here. And then we're going to actually do this on the other side. All right, now that we did the other side over there, now we're going to start putting this actual rail right here. So we're going to put our key in here. We're going to go ahead and open this up. And then now we're going to get our rail. And we're going to make sure, as you can see, this has a little indentation right here. We're going to go ahead and put these bearings in there. What we're going to do, we have two holes right here on the bottom. We have 1 and 2 over here. And we got to line these up to there. And then we're going to get our screws and we're going to put them on there. Now we're just going to tighten this screw up right here. Once we get that, we're going to do the other side. Now that we have these two screws tightened up, we're going to do the other side. All right, now that we have both our rails right here, we're going to put the back piece on here. So this back piece right here, we're going to have a little seal that's going to make sure that our bed is going to be nice and watertight. And a little power tip that we have right here is that this little back rail, it has 2 holes. So it has one here and one on the other side. And because this is powder coated, sometimes the holes are going to be obstructed. So what you want to do for a power tip is you're going to get your little screws that come with the kit, and you're going to go ahead, thread these in and do them on both sides. Once we do that, we can go ahead and move this in place. Awesome. Once we get them in place, then we're going to start screwing this in. So we're going to put our Allen. We use the Allen tool that the tool came with. And we're going to start putting that in. Now let's go to the other side. All right, now that we have our bed cover ready, we're going to take off our old one. So just to do that, remember, this is going to be easy to do. We're going to go ahead, go inside, unclip this. Remember, you can see this on the other video. And we're going to fold this in place. We're going to latch it up. And then we're going to go ahead and remove the bottom pieces. All right, so this took literally about 1 minute to take off. And as you can see, it's already off. Now what we need to do is that we got to take off these little brackets right here, and we got to put the brand new brackets that we're going to put on there. And on the installation on this one as well, is going to have the little paddings that we have right here. But because this one already had the paddings, we don't have to take off this rear rail. But we do have to replace these tie downs. So we got to take these tie downs in place because we're going to put our brand new piece up here. So these have to come off, and if I'm not mistaken, those are 40 TX, and then we got to take these off. We're going to go ahead and use our T40 to take this off. And then as well, we're going to go here, we're going to remove all 4 brackets. And once we get those, we're going to put our brand new pieces that we're going to use. All right, so we're going to take off our old ones right here that we had for the other tonneau cover. And then we're going to use the brand new ones that come with this kit. So these are the brand new ones that we're going to have in this kit. As you can see how they look. We're going to put these in here. We're going to roll one to the end of the bed and then one right in the front. So let's go do the other side. All right, now that we removed the hardware, we put our brand new hardware in place. Now we're going to bring our cover over here, but make sure that you have someone that can help you out. So let's go get our new cover and put it in place. All right, now that you have a helper right here, you got to make sure, be extremely careful. So you got to pick it up nice and high, and then we're going to lay it down right here. All right, so once you get an assistant to help you move it up, then you gotta just line this up and then start pushing it back to the bulkhead and make sure that this all lines up right here. And this is a nice seal. So that's lined up right there. All right, now that we have the cover backed all the way to the back, we're gonna go ahead and close this. Now we're gonna use this tool right here, and this is 1/8 of an inch right here. So we're gonna put that, and then we're gonna start moving this forward. And that's gonna guarantee that we have 1/8 of an inch right here, and we're gonna do that on both sides. We're gonna stick this right behind there, and we're gonna use what we have right here. This would be this big bolt. We're gonna go ahead, hand tighten that, and we're gonna have the little small one right here. We're gonna hand tighten that. Once we hand tighten all these, we're gonna go all around, and then we're gonna start torquing these. All right, now that we have all our hardware in place, what we gotta do before we start tightening it up, we gotta make sure that we're squared. There you go. 52 1/4, 52 1/4. So now we can start tightening this up. All right, now before we start tightening up the hardware, let's just verify that this closes up good. And this is looking pretty good. Now we can open it up again. All right, now let's tighten up the hardware. Now to make sure that we have a nice tight seal right here, we're gonna go ahead and put some pressure on here, push this down, and then we're gonna go ahead and start tightening these up. All right, and we're gonna do on all those 4 corners. All right, so we're pretty much finished right here. So now what we gotta do to finish this up, this is gonna be our drain tube right here. So we're gonna get our tube, and we're gonna go ahead, here we go. And you have the option where you can just drill into the actual bed. But this bed, if we pull this back, it has a little hole right here. And there's gonna be a drain hole in the back. So what we're gonna do for the meanwhile, because most of our stuff is gonna be protected back here by this rubber mat that we have right here, we're just gonna go ahead and put this drain tube down here, and it's gonna drain out to the side. So now let's put our other drain tube on the other side. All right, so we're done with this install right here. And I do want to show you one thing, so let's get to the side. Talking about the other one, and check out this. Right here, we're just using about 13 inches. That's going to be taken up. The other one was about 23 inches, so we're saving about 10 inches on this. And that's a lot right there, so that's pretty significant. Now let's go ahead and move this to our resting position. And there you go. Easy, where we can lock it up. So that was our install right there, and I can tell you one thing, that this is probably going to be the cover that we're going to be using now on my Tacoma right here. And either or, whichever cover you use, if you want to use a trifold one with the soft top or this one right here, they're going to be a good choice. This one's going to be close to $1,000, and the other one's going to be about 200 bucks. and I really like both of them. But I do keep tools inside my my actual bed, so this is probably gonna be the best one because we do have our lock right here that's gonna keep it safe. But like I said, if you want to have the other one just to haul groceries or any other stuff, the other tonneau cover is probably gonna be the best one. So if you do like this video, please put a big thumbs up, and don't forget to hit the notification bell to get out brand new videos coming out from Oz Mechanics. Y'all take care. Goodbye. All right, now that we have another, now that we have our other cover ready to go. All right, now that we remove the hard, all right, now that we remove, all right, now that we remove, all right, now that we remove, God, how can I not say? So I got my, how should I say? Hey, how's it? And you're probably asking, what?
Bed cover?
Yeah, bed cover.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what? Hey, it's a really nice price for a really nice sleek cover right here that is going to take care of your insides. So, your insides. I like, and then the other pro is that these cars keep on passing by.
It is a